ain't raining back home. Let your sister sit on the phone. If mama's in the kitchen cooking fried chicken, wishing that I hadn't done wrong.
Happy Monday, you miserable motherfuckers. What's up, mediocre people of YouTube? Oh my god. I lost an entire fucking week of my life. I seriously can't remember days from this past week. Last week, I had the flu. This year's flu or whatever. People say, why the fuck didn't you get a flu shot? Because I like to get the flu the old-fashioned way. And the flu shot really doesn't fucking work for people my age. When I'm older, like one of my best friends, he's like 60. He just turned 67, I think. And he gets it. And I understand. I mean, you want to try to, like your kids, your infants and all that, But, man, motherfucker. And then I felt so bad. Now, I know I can't have, like, any of that daytime cold medicine shit. Anything with Sudafed in it, I have a bad reaction to it, right? And I know that from like 20 years ago, But I felt so fucking terrible. I ended up taking the daytime Advil cold and sinus, which actually worked. It cleared me up and it got rid of the fucking sinus headache. But son of a bitch, man. I was just like this. For an entire day, I was just fucked up, man. And I had this terrible fucking taste in my mouth. I imagine that's what it must smell like when people cook meth. Like this taste and the smell in my mouth, it was just, I couldn't get rid of it. It was fucking nasty. For 24 hours, that shit stayed in my system. After 24 hours, about 22 hours, I started wearing off the taste and everything. But fucked me up, man. And then the next day, I slept like big time. But yeah, bad flu. Nasty shit, man. Nasty shit people are getting out there, man. It came on so fast. My old lady got it first. And everything was fine. This is like not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. She's sitting on the couch and we're talking. And then like all of a sudden, the next time she talked to me, she was all stuff up. I said, oh my God, She goes, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I went to see my mom and I came back and she was sick. And then the very next day I got it. But it went straight to my lungs, of course. Nasty, nasty, nasty shit. It is Monday, December 17th, 2018. And the first thing I really want to talk about, been thinking about all you guys, been wanting to make a video. But the first thing I really want to talk about is, as you guys know, if you follow the channel, I don't watch any type of mainstream media, anything. But when I used to watch the morning news, I watched Fox 2 here in Detroit. And there was a woman that worked there. Her name was Jessica Starr. And she just absolutely dropped dead gorgeous. And Jessica Starr committed suicide last Thursday. Hung herself, I guess. And man, just fucking really devastating to hear that. Like I said, beautiful woman, very smart. Didn't seem to be like when I used to watch the news. She wasn't one of them, She wasn't one of those media types like, oh, look at me, and I want to get attention and everything. She just kind of seemed to act like who she was, and she seemed like a really great person. God, man, she left behind, her husband and two little kids, like 3 and 5 years old. 35 years old, she threw the towel in. And I don't know, what was going on. There's a rumor that she had some type of LASIK surgery and she was suffering from side effects from that. And of course, I don't know. I don't know her personally. I don't know her family, but jeez, oh Pete, man, all my thoughts and prayers go out to her family. It's terrible, and of course, the Fox 2 Detroit news team here. I know you guys. If anybody from there is watching, I know you guys just lost Donnie about a year ago, and that sucked. And And now this with Jessica Starr's suicide. Wow. You know, it's suicide's a terrible thing, man. It's you know, there's one side of me that says, you know, it's a violent act committed towards your family, you know. And then the other side of me, I think, you know, God, I can't imagine what that person must have been going through, how dark of a place they must have been in. You know, I think we've all had those type of thoughts during our lifetime. Anybody that tells you differently, I would watch for them. But God damn, man, just like I said, beautiful woman. Just seemed to be a fantastic personality, great. 2 little kids, and I remember the first time I saw her on Fox 2. I said, Fox 2 News. This is, God, I don't know, whatever it was, 10 years ago. And I said, oh my God, she's drop dead gorgeous. And then she was pregnant, and I was like, well, I see why, you know. But yeah, if anybody from Fox 2, which I know a few people that work the news crew there, like I said, Donnie, I knew him pretty well, and my thoughts, prayers, heart goes out to you guys. That sucks, man. It really sucks. And I actually watched part of their news broadcast on Saturday and saw, God, I can't think of his name, the lawyer guy that's on the weekend. He's Charlie, oh God, I can't think of his name. This is how much I watch mainstream media. Charlie, the lawyer guy, and these guys, and they were getting through their broadcast, and I thought, God, I know it's on all their minds, and you know, but you know, that's probably what she would want, I suppose. So, yeah, all that good stuff out to the Starr family. Feel for you guys. God bless you. All that good stuff. So on to the next stuff. Not really much to report other than I've been sick as fuck. Before that, I was getting ready to start laying down the tracks for the new album. Of course, I'm always writing an album. And I was gonna do I was thinking about this while I was sick, all my feverish state. Because I'm I'm working on a cover right now. I got the bass and drums done. I got to set the guitar to it too for Over the Mountain for Ozzy. And I was actually going to get my brother to sing it, and I don't know how he's doing with it. But then I thought, God, why should I get a singer? Maybe I'll just do the lyrics like on the guitar, you know, for a cover, you know, I'll just do the guitar lyric, Over the Mountain, you know what I'm saying? And I thought, well, that would be pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. I hope I can get that track done this week. Just kind of recovering, and fuck, shit's everywhere. I got to catch up on laundry, catch up on all that great stuff. So, yeah. So what's in the news? What's in the news? People on my YouTube channel didn't like the last couple videos. There was a few there. A few racist people that just did not like the last couple of videos. Very, very racist comments on the videos. Huh. I was listening this morning on the radio. They were talking about Chuck Schumer and how I guess he made a comment over the weekend maybe that somebody said to him, look, you know, the president is trying to, you know, get a campaign promise pushed through with the wall. And Schumer said, that's not a campaign promise. That's just throwing a bone to his base. Man, what that says about Chuck Schumer, you know. It's like, and I guess, you know, he represents the Democrat Party, so what that says about the Democrat Party, you know, it's like, you don't have to fucking live up to any campaign promise. You knew I was just throwing you a bone, you know. So what are they going to do? They're going to shut down the government, right? Then what? Or they don't shut down the government. Then what? Or they're going to try to get Trump on one of these whatever stories about hookers or whatever. And then what? Are they going to impeach him? Okay. Impeach him. Then what? Bill Clinton was impeached. You know, you guys that take this shit so seriously and so one-sided and in very, very racist comments I see here. Yeah, look up Linwood, Washington. Notice it's white people who are being considered domestic terrorists. The FBI is even involved. Look up serial killers, rapists, gang violence. The majority of drug dealers, mostly all Americans. Well, yeah, I get that. You know, Catholic priests and church. Yeah, I understand that. You know, of course, the majority of drug dealers in this country are Americans. You know, of course. It's just kind of stupid to even say that. I mean, look up most pedophiles are Catholic priests and churches. Yeah, I've seen that, man. I agree with you. That hurts my soul. All the school shootings, all the military men coming back from war with PTSD, yeah, and killing their family. I don't know about I think that's military men coming back with PTSD that kill their families. I think that's a rarity, but I'm sure it's happened. You know, tax money needs to be spent on better shit than a wall. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to fix in this country. But what I'm keeping in mind about the wall, and as you guys know, anybody that follows the channel, I'm not really convinced that the wall is the right idea for our southern border. I think that there's probably places where the wall is very much necessary. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say, look, you know, the way I feel about the wall is, okay, as far as when they start saying, like Trump will start saying it's going to create lots of jobs and everything, yeah, it's going to take a lot of people to build this wall and everything, but understand this. Those are temporary jobs where people are laid off. Okay? So my thinking is kind of like, you know, like I said, I think there's definitely areas where a wall is necessary, but I think more productive would be to put people, you know, put more border control agents, you know. I mean, that you could hire 20,000 agents and have an agent every quarter mile, you know, and I think that, and those are permanent jobs, you know, where I don't like temporary, you know, I come from, you know, my, where I made my money was in demolition, and I understand about, you know, jobs, you know, hey, I used to tell people all the time, hey man, we're going to be working 7/12, 7/7/12, that's how I get them to come, you know, and I didn't tell them that we were, you know, yeah, I told them we're going to be working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and big money, you know, that's what they heard, but I didn't tell them that we'd only be doing that for 3 weeks and the job was over, you know. But most of those guys knew that. The younger, maybe not so much. But anyway, but yeah, I'm kind of divided on whether the wall is the right thing to do. But I definitely think it wouldn't hurt things, you know. And as far as people coming over from Mexico, I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't think anybody has a problem with immigrants. In fact, you know, according to Trump, we're going to need all kinds of people because of all the jobs he's supposedly going to create. I don't think anybody has a problem with immigrants. What the problem is that people coming here illegally. And, you know, when you're doing something like that, very sneaky and illegal, you're sneaking into a country illegally, there's a reason for it. Because I live in Detroit and the Canadian border is right there. And I've never snuck across the Canadian border. I've never had reason to. You know, I'm not a criminal. I'm not, matter of fact, I have a federal clearance from working at the airport doing demolition there. I had to get a federal background check, a federal clearance, something, I don't know, it's on my record, they know. But, you know, anybody that has reason to sneak into a country illegally, I'm guessing most of the time there's a reason, you know, because honest people that want to come to the United States, they're like, hey, you know, they walk up and say, you know, how can I do this? How can I get into the United States and work here and, you know, maybe move here in the long run? So yeah, you know, I don't think anybody has a problem with immigrants. It's the illegal. And then there's a lot of other scary Mexicans, keep out of my America. You know, the very racist comments on the last couple of videos that all I did was I dropped the videos of President Trump talking about the, why he wants a wall. And here's the other thing I've been thinking about, or I've just researched. Trump wants, right now, he wants $5 billion to put into building a wall, right? They spent $5 billion on the Affordable Care Act website, and as far as I know, it still doesn't work. $5 billion for a website, $5 billion for a gigantic wall. That goes miles. I mean, it seems like you're getting a lot more for your money with the wall. Why did it cost $5 billion to build a website? I mean, I don't really know anything about building websites, but I'm guessing that I could build a website for a hell of a lot cheaper than $5 billion. As a matter of fact, if anybody or the United States government would like me to build a website for them, I can do that in the $1 million range, maybe 1.5 million. I can build you a sweet website. Matter of fact, for $5 million, I'll build you the best, most secure website on the planet. Guaranteed. So there you go, farming out my work. United States government, I am available to build websites and anything else you might need, and I'm very cheap, comparatively. It feels so much better to not be sick. I know this video is just kind of rambling, but God, to not be sick with the flu. As you know, I'm still congested and everything, and I'm getting over it. But I finally, as of today, I finally feel like I'm not dying, So there you have it. It's Monday. Have a good week, everybody. I hope to see you Friday, bitches. And that's all what I got for you. God bless you.